Welcome back to Let's Play Medieval 2 Total War England Campaign, episode the 26th with me, Swarker. And when we left off, the Mongols have arrived and they are doing Mongolian things in Yerevan. The French had arrived, and they fucked off because I beat them in a battle. The Portuguese arrived in Wales, and they fucked off because I couldn't be arsed. Then the Danish arrived, and then they fucked off because I beat them. Then the Danish are still arriving because, yeah, we've got this to deal with. Yeah, there's things to deal with. We're having to go defensive on one end, but aggressive on the other. And we're kind of being aggressive at Innsbruck, but to be honest, I might chicken out of this siege, but yeah. I can't really go back now because I've got Mr. Dumbface in my way, Doge Benesutio. So I think we're going to try and stick this one out. We're also going to try and continue currying some favour with the Milanese, even though they've got a bit of a heretic problem. But yeah, there's still many things for us to do right now. But we are just about at the end of this turn. But what are we doing? First things first. First things first. Geiles Browne is moving to Antwerp in order to respond to the incoming attack from Captain Lars. Most likely we'll be fighting him on the next turn. I built up a big force of troops in Nottingham in order to deflect the Portuguese invasion. Now, they are leaving, but, well, part of me should just go in for revenge and try and take Pamplona and then knock them out at Lisbon, but I think I could put this army to use elsewhere. Mainly, we're going to try and put them to use in a assault on Aarhus, since we are no longer under restriction from the Pope on our war, even if the Pope right now is really not like us. I mean, he basically doesn't like us being mentioned anymore, and he's excommunicated Venice, so we are basically going to break ties with the Venetians this turn,
approaching their dignitaries.
Just because, while it's not to be a dick, and while I can't really afford to lose allies, I can't really be seen to be friends with an excommunicated faction in my current delicate position. So, it's just business.
Tomorrow's journey planned out, sir.
We'll do that tomorrow, and also wonder why the hell is a massive Egyptian fleet. Oh, but also that's... Wait, is that it? No, wait, that's the settlement. I was going to say, why is all of the Egyptian troops over here? But they're pretty cool crossbows they've got. They've got a Pavisa crossbow, but we'll learn about that another day. For now... Yeah, big Egyptian fleet just lurking around there. Don't know why, really, because really I'm just busy, well... I'm not really kicking Egyptian ass because the Egyptians are currently having their asses kicked by the Mongolians. I am sending my assassin north to find things to do though, because so far he's proven to be pretty useless. I'm going to find something for him to practice on before he tries his luck against an imam. Still, I don't think there is anything left for us to worry about this turn, so we are going to pretty much jump on to the next turn, and we are going to await things to happen. Mainly, I think our first order of business today will be deflecting the attack of Captain Lars. And then we're going to basically zoom out of Nottingham and put Aarhus under siege. Even if we are right now pretty much on imminent excommunication. But to be honest, what's really going to come out of that? I'm pretty much at war with everyone anyway, so yeah. Right, so that really big Holy Roman army did turn up, which makes me think I should have maybe pulled out. It does bring quite a few troops with it, and I think it may be a few too many for my men to handle. I think this time we may be wiser to retreat, because the strength ratio may be 1 to 1, And I know their troop qualities are fantastic, but I don't particularly fancy my odds in this battle. I haven't brought enough men to competently win. We'll leave Innsbruck alone for a little while.
Rally to me, men! We must regroup. Very well, my liege. Pulling back from the walls. We shall continue tomorrow, my liege.
The enemy lays siege to our people, sire.
Alright, a few things were happening there, and we have a new mission from the Pope. Stop fucking about the Holy Roman Empire, which is fine, and he also tells me, build a chapel in Gaza or I will fuck you up, yo. Because he knows I don't have a lot of money, so he's just being a bastard. So yeah, we'll just get that done now, because I'm not really in the mood for currying more disfavour from him, because yeah, it's the Pope, and right now he likes me slightly more, so that's fine. But right, we've got a lot of things to deal with, and I don't mind not fighting the Holy Roman Empire, but they are following me, so hopefully they also choose to respect the peace. Instead, I may send this guy to burn, but for now, make your way back to Staufen.
Making camp
As long as
here,
we're out of Holy
sire.
Roman territory, we should be fine. Make your way that way, because I may try and use you against Bern.
We shall continue tomorrow, my liege.
Cardinal report, by the way. Hugh Neville's been promoted. He's one of ours, and there's a new Sicilian cardinal. I'm just fucking rolling in the cardinals right now, aren't I? I mean, seriously, how many have I got? I don't have any preferati, sadly, but I've got Paul de Beauchamp, Philip the Righteous, Ralph the Unorthodox. I might have enough just to basically start swaying papal elections whichever way I want, which could be my ticket out of papal disrespect. I hope this guy dies soon, then, because I don't like him either. Right, anyway, settlement besieged. Antwerp is under siege, so we're going to be riding to the rescue of Antwerp. I was going to be dealing with those Egyptian merchants who are snaking into my land. What's your chances of taking him down, lad?
An opportunity for coin, my lord.
Let's stop him before he even starts siphoning my money.
For their assets, sire.
Even though we can't even reach him this turn, but I'm pretty sure we could have, but okay.
I'll continue once I have rested, sire.
Either way, I want him dead. Right, well, not dead, I just want him poor. By the way, we are making money, even if the pubs make me spend it on bloody chapels, and we have some Spear militia. Okay, plenty to do then. First things first, Tuburn or someone Harding. Get yourself to Yerevan, or do you want to spy on Al Musakatake Fafi just to keep building up your skills? Because you don't have a majority chance of getting into that city, but I just don't trust anything now. Simple as that. Just spy on a merchant and tell me what colour hair he has or something. Nice. Right, anyway, we're not going to infiltrate Mosul. We're going to keep heading north towards Yerevan, where the Mongols are alleged to be making their moves. I don't know why I thought that was Yerevan, but yeah.
I shall continue tomorrow.
Yerevan's a little ways north, so we're going to head up there, and herby-derby-derby-doo, I guess we should really be doing a battle at this point, shouldn't we? For we are a battling people, and there's battles to do, and I still want to take over many French cities, which I will be doing. We'll be making our move out of Metz very, very soon. I think we're going to make a straight run for Dijon and grab that before the Pope works out what I'm doing. But for now, Giles,
my king.
Antwerp has come under attack by filthy...
will resolve our differences.
Yes, whatever, you filthy Viking. Right, take him out.
By your will, sire, we shall engage.
You won't just engage, you'll be triumphant. So, I am pretty much at even numbers with Captain Lars, and Captain James will be assisting us. He will be under AI control today, as I don't have enough slots to control his men. Captain James pretty much just brings himself in a load of town militia. Captain Lars, on the other hand, he's a little tougher than we gave him credit for. He's got dismounted feudal knights, which I have none of, so my billman may be in a bit of trouble unless I get some pretty good charges out with my with my mounted mailed knights. He's also got some spear militia, Huskars, axe cavalry, but anti-armor cavalry, so we might want to try and engage him with something like, well, I say Hobie lads, I don't have Hobie lads. My spears should be okay to deal with them. We've also got Viking raiders, we've dealt with those guys, they're alright. Huskars, yeah, they're a little tougher, but they do seem to go down. Town militia, scouts, they'll go down. He's also bringing a ballista and a unit of peasant archers, so yeah. It's just really his dismounted feudal knights we need to be very wary of. They are going to be quite a tricky unit to take down, so we really need all hands on deck with a billman trying to bring them down, and the knights just hitting them in the back as hard as we can. Let's go to the battle map and see if we can win this one.
Honor and glory await England, men. Attack! And so we come to battle. Order and discipline are the keys to the gates of victory. Without obedience, we are nothing. A rabble like our foes. And I will not have that. But I will have the skin of any man who disobeys orders! The scrofulous Danes are hardly fit foes for true soldiers. But do not let pity weaken your resolve. Cut them down when the time comes, and I will bless you for it. With God's good graces, we shall strike down a quarter of our enemy's army today. Courage will be our watchword, despair theirs. And now, any man here who is not praying for our victory had better make his peace with God, for he'll find none with me or in England later. Now I place my fate in the hands of the Lord. Bring me my broadsword, and let me kiss the cross, lest I die. To battle!
Right, so rumours are true. The Danish are throwing pretty much everything they have at us.
Await my orders.
We have the opportunity to bring down one of their largest armies and therefore strike them a mighty blow if we come away with a total victory today. So, men, I expect nothing less today. I want a lot of dead Danes and a lot of prisoned Danes. Due to the size of the army, though, they will not be released. They shall be ransomed, though, because I always like having money. Right, Billman, you are going to be the front line today because you are going to be taking some heavy charges from the knights, the Huskars, the Vikings. Basically, they're not going to be in for the best of times today, but at least we have our archer militia as well to help out. They'll make the first line of archers here. And there will be no skirmishing. And then we have the longbowmen providing anti-armor support. So the way I'm going to have it is I'll have the archer militia. They can basically strike down anything like, you know, town militia, Viking raiders, and to some extent the Huskars. And the longbowmen can strike down anything that's a knight. Right, General will take one unit of mailed knights as his bodyguard alongside his regular bodyguard. And then the rest of my men you will march this way, and you will basically make up the rest of my guard. Now, luckily the Vikings aren't bringing a lot of cavalry, so we'll pretty much just have these two lads there. And I am going to keep calling them Vikings instead of Danes, because I like to think that term's insulting to them, so... Because I think they're trying to get away from that whole Viking phase. I mean, nice Christian Danes, but they're Vikings. Raidy, pillagey, crappy scum. Right, anyway, let's get on with it. Let's win ourselves a battle and cut down the Viking horde. Ooh, and there's quite a few of them. Right, not sure if they're moving towards us or if we're moving towards them. Reinforcements are delayed, by the way. I completely forgot about them because I didn't give a shit about them because they're quite weak. Alright, we'll let that pass for now. Right, anyway, it looks like the Danes are going to come to us, so archers are going to loose off their first shots, or at least better yet, archers, let's just do this now. Very quickly, get behind the line, and then open fire, because you know what, I don't want you guys getting caught in an engagement that you're just going to lose, so... Behind the lines and prepare yourselves. I now kind of wish I'd put out my longbow sticks, except for the peasant archers. Why was I thinking I had longbowmen then? Oh, because I have a longbowman and 2 peasant archers. I really need to get better at reading my troops. Right, peasant archers. Oh, peasant archers can hit anyway, right. Peasant archers, hit what you can. Then you hit their peasant archers. You lot just move up a little bit. Right, longbows. Are we targeting Hussars? They're fun to target, but better yet, target those dismounted feudal knights. They're the better target for you. Alright, we've got a big old arrow exchange just going on everywhere right now. There's plenty, well, there's loads to put down right now. But the Vikings are trying to cut down my longbowmen. Right, peasant archers, counter volley their archers, bring them down. You're better armed, you can wipe them.
Archers.
So that is a lot of data coming in. Right, guarding formations, lads. Give the enemy no quarter spears. You want to spread yourselves out a little bit. Looks like we've got the scouts just poking around, looking to cause a bit of trouble. Let's start moving our knights around the flanks now. Right, 1 unit of knights, go dispatch the scouts. You lot start looking to do a flank. No skirmishing, lads. No skirmishing, lads. Just keep hitting whatever's on their rear lines. Just you, while their units are engaging our front, I'm going to start picking off their reserves. Right, knights, move in for engagements. You lot.
Only intervention by the Almighty or a military genius can bring us victory from this.
Well, not one to brag, but I might be able to say this one today. Yes, I am the Almighty. I'm a genius. Still, looks like the Almighty is intervening. We're already getting quite a few routing foes, so the way is going in my favour. So I'm going to pull my knights out and get ready for our next charge into the enemy. Those scouts won't last long. My knights did engage some Viking raiders. Alright, I don't like engaging spear militia with cavalry, but if we have a chance to smack them in the back, is always very welcome to myself. Looks like the Hussars have come and found me. Right, levy spears. I don't want to make you run, but you're going to run. Just run up and try and lend a hand. Levy spears, try and see if you can just lend the billmen a little bit of help as well. Any help is useful. Right, you lot, just get out of there. You lot, you've got some peasant archers coming back to say hello, so let's get rid of them. Right, how are we doing over here? Got the Hussars pretty much down and out for the count. Archers, I just want to have a bit of a ban on firing now.
By St. George, our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
He's only a captain, so I don't care, but then again, at the same time, it makes me question why the Danes would send a measly captain to command one of their largest armies. Still, we can worry about that another day. For now,
the battle seems to be swinging in our favour. From such tidings does victory emerge.
I look forward to victory emerging from these tidings then. For right now, we have pretty much got full control of the flanks. We are now just going in for the classic hammer and anvil strategy, which is bringing most glorious victory to our armies. Right, General,
only half
focus
the
on
enemy
chase
force
down.
remains.
You bring down that ballista, or at least better yet, get yourself out of there, because you've got a lot of units just trying to get themselves in a position where they're going to hurt you. My knights are starting to run out in number, but some of them are also definitely gaining the XP today. I'm seeing a silver chevron among our lads today, so knights, just keep up the good work. Reinforcements have arrived, by the way, so hello, lads. They are under AR control, so I can't do a lot, but we've got some spear militia and some tank militia, so their presence is okay, but they're not really going to be swinging it for us, but anything that they can do for us is always appreciated. Alright, Knights, you're not really doing too... Oh, wait, you've routed them, right. Chase down those Viking raiders. General,
The battle is very
smash
much
them
in
up.
our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Billman, come on. I know we're in a guarding formation, but let's start moving forward now. Let's push this line forward and give the enemy a British bloody nose, right? Definitely lost quite a few of my own men today, but at the same time, I think we've done pretty well. Actually, we lost 20% of our men, so we've done very strongly this time around. Definitely given the Vikings something to worry about. Okay. Knights, you're going to get out of there and you're going to start focusing on chasing down whatever's left, or don't want too many of these guys escaping back to Aarhus, because I want to take Aarhus very, very soon as the Pope, so that he just, you know, jabs his Pope staff in the way. But those Knights, they're not going to last much longer. They are actually breaking, so we're just swinging their swords in completely random directions.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Kill them all, lads. Kill them all. Or imprison them all, but then they'll be killed a little later on, so guarantee their deaths is what I will ask you to do today. Right. Chase, 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 chase. Anyone who isn't chasing must begin chasing now. Just get on it. Bring me the heads of the enemy. Just bring me any sort of souvenir, really, because I need everyone chasing. Come on, lads. You've each got a target to chase down now. Let's get in there and let's bring down whatever's left of our hated foes. Except you've got nothing to do, so I think the battle border's somewhere in these trees, isn't it? Either way, right, so let's just slow it down. We've got units who need further orders, so come on, lads. Let's just keep running up here. Keep running down these archers. I want to focus on them right now. There we go. The most glorious slaughter today. Right. Bring those lads down because I don't think our guy's going to catch them. They're alright, but yeah, they're not going to catch them. They're just too busy making a fun formation to play with. Right. Target those dismounted feudal knights. Very definite must die. We can get rid of those, but that's, you know, a lot of ransom. I mean, with these prisoners we're bringing in, like, I think we're basically bankrupt for Danish, so it's probably very likely that the ransom is going to be rejected. But you know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. At least I gave them the chance. But an execution would in some ways be more strategically favourable. However, the greedy part of me is not resisting the amount of money that could be on the table at the end of this battle, because, well, do you reject all that money? Especially when we need it, because the Pope's made me spend most of my money this turn on a friggin' chapel. Yeah, I thought so. Right, anyway. Come on, lads. Let's keep up with the chase down. Nearly got every unit chased down or out the battlefield. Either way, I think very few have survived this battle. It's a dark day for the Vikings. A very dark one indeed. They have been slaughtered. And while we have lost considerable numbers of our own, they pale in comparison to what Denmark's been losing very recently against me. I think we have proved to them I am a very competent foe who will hold his own against them, and now very soon start pinching territory. Mainly, I'm going right for the kill, right for their homeland, split their kingdom in half. Ooh, I'm getting sadistic now, aren't I, with my strategies, but it must be done. Right, anyone left living? Some pathetic town militia whose lives aren't really worth it. Well, they wouldn't not even worth pennies, so I think we can call this a battle. Except there's allegedly someone this way, so who is this way? There is a pathetic thing, a spear militia. We'll slaughter him. I've got the general himself moving in. Giles, kill him if you wish. I'm sure he'd make a very nice little trophy piece for you. I mean, there we go.
The enemy are utterly vanquished. This is a great victory, worthy of only the mightiest of generals.
Giles, I would very happily call you one of my mightiest generals. You are a credit to England, and you've done a fantastic job. You brought in 990 kills, and then just over 1,000 prisoners. Oh, I think we may need to hire additional executioners, for many chopping arms are going to be very, very tired at the end of this. Captain James was just happy to be here, and Captain Lars, well, yeah. He's gone from having nearly 2,500 men to 98 at a cost of 504 lovely, worthy English lives. So, yeah. Who's doing well in the kills? Well, let's not count the prisoners because they're really just from post-battle. Mailed Knights, yep, that makes sense. Longbowmen, they brought in a fair amount of kills. I think everyone just did their part, really. Still, the Danes broke quite easily, which is fine by me. And that was the Battle of Antwerp, 1216 AD. And now we could bring in nearly 5,000 florins from ransoming the enemy army. Let's see if they'll actually do it.
Ransom, Lord. Take it.
I hope you have the money. Oh, that's too bad. Oh well, I'm sure you can live without all those thousands of troops.
By God's will, we have triumphed!
Good job,
Hail,
Giles.
my king.
Very good job. Let's do some merging, because you know what?
Sire.
I think you should take this host a little further. While we cannot touch the Holy Roman Empire at this point, I think we need to teach the Danish a lesson. There is a citadel, which is going to take some heavy sieging, but I suspect they're quite depleted at this point. Move up to Hamburg and take that town. It would very nicely complement Hamburg. Well, no,
Taking camp
Hamburg
here,
doesn't
noble
complement
sire.
Hamburg.
By your
It would very
will,
nicely
sire, we
complement
shall engage.
Aarhus, should we get it. Humphrey, by the way, my man,
ready,
make
sire.
sure you are in position and ready to pick up my
Yes,
lads.
sir. Full
Okay, Walter,
Command me, sire.
I want you. Are we done with retraining and that? No, we're not. Right. Well, keep on retraining. It's going to take us time to do this. So, yeah. What are we even retraining? Are we upgrading armor at this point? Because we've only got a leather tanner installed. I think we actually are just oh no, wait, we've got a swordsmith guild. That's why we've been upgrading the arms. It's going to take us a lot of time to retrain. I think this time, I'm not really too keen on authorising it when I've got upgrades to do. Leave a unit of Hobilars behind, by the way. But I want you all on Admiral Humphrey now, and I want you setting off, because the quicker we get our Aarhus, the better. The Danish are off balance, so this is our opportunity to just really clean up against them. But hey, well done, Hobilars. You get retrained, and I'm chucking in a unit of dismounted feudal knights with it as well, since I don't really have that much money anyway, and we're pretty much now going to call it a turn there. Can't retrain our knights just yet because we have insufficient funds, but we'll do that next turn, and then we're going to get moving on other things. I'm going to dismount this spear militia, by the way, because it's just a militia unit and it isn't going to get retrained in donkey's years, so let's just not even bother with that. So Oslo needs more buildings, by the way, but we can't do that just yet because, yeah, we're poor, sadly. But hey, we get to move on to turn 70 in a minute, which is pretty nifty. But first is first, Samuel, have a chat with Venice and tell them it just isn't working out, unfortunately. And they will probably declare war on me in about 2 minutes from now.
Friends, what is it you wish?
Unfortunately, this alliance has seen its course, and I must cancel it.
I am sure my lord will be most angry.
Tough shit.
This meeting was worse than fruitless.
Worse than fruitless. Well, I'm sorry, but you're excommunicated and I can't afford to be seen with you, even if it makes you hate me, but I'm so used to being hated, it actually has stopped affecting me. Okay, diplomat, window. I want you to head towards Naples.
Without question,
because I want a word with the Sicilians. They're getting quite influential in the papal world.
Sire.
If I'm to be swinging
sire.
any elections,
Without
I want them on my
sire.
side.
Tomorrow's journey planned out, sire.
Still, that doesn't leave us with a lot left to do this turn. The French are bumming about, potentially trying to make a move on Staufen, so maybe worth recruiting a unit of Billmen just in case they get up to something naughty. But as it stands, we've got an army now moving on Aarhus, we've got an army moving on Hamburg. We're going to get ready to move on... yeah, we are going to get ready to move out on the enemy. We are going to just do some additional retraining before we set off. So it's going to be about 2 turns, and then we're going to move on Dijon. And pretty much, yeah, we're on the push now. We're on the push. We're got nothing really to do in Egypt right now. Alright, there's always stuff to do in Egypt, but for
At
right now
your
we can't really
service.
do a lot. So, I think that's where we can actually call it a turn. Apart from you,
Ship's ready.
Banby, you need to continue following the Portuguese
Set
and
sail.
just spy on them,
We'll drop
really.
anchor until morning,
I want to know
sire.
what they're up to because they're so inconsistent. So I want to just keep my eye on them, if you know what I mean. Either way, let us progress on to the next turn and observe our enemies. And, well, we don't even have any allies anymore, so yeah. Maybe we could make the Mongols our allies. Okay, so plenty to do. Maybe, maybe not. I see that the Imperials are following me around, even though I'd like to think that in terms of the Papal Treaty is that they should like not attack me as well.
A fine
Anyway.
day to sail.
I'm gonna continue following Portugal around on this. We're gonna just stay parked up here and see what Prince Yohayo is up to. But I do believe we completed a papal mission, so we get to see that lovely smile I cannot hate, even though it is attached to a guy I really fucking hate. But it's made us slightly better, and he's also still pretty pissed off with the Venetians, so I don't know why he's suddenly hating the loving the Holy Roman Empire. I mean, they're not very good at listening to the Pope either.
Hail, my
Either way,
king.
Edgar, just keep moving away from him. Don't give him the satisfaction. I just want to get back to Staufen
Yes,
and leave
my
him
liege.
alone. By the way, Cardinal report. Thomas Zdeb of Poland and Rodriguez. Well, Rodriguez died and Thomas Zdeb's being promoted. But yeah, at least we're on top of our papal stuff. I mean, we've got no empty seats now, and I've got 4 guys chilling out in the College of Cardinals, so I am powerful. Anyway, end of term report reported a very slight loss in funds, and Humphrey Baker's been born, and Christopher Chapman is now quite mean. Gaza has established its chapel, so that will also help with the spreading of some Catholicism in the area, which is slowly but surely growing.
Who do
And
you want
Lewis, can you have a go at
Name
Captain
thy
Sin? You are just not good at your job, are you? Right.
Rest assured,
Try and take out a
he
pathetic
won't
rebel
hear a
captain
thing.
and don't fuck it up. There's the Sultan, by the way. Well, you took out a faceless and useless captain, so well done to you, and well done for not gaining any friggin' experience. You're also a killer on edge, mainly because he's prone to losing his focus. I think that's very true. Recruit report, by the way, Nottingham some dismounted feudal knights, Staufen some billmen, and then a load of retraining. Right. Anthony,
Sire,
I want to see the Mongol report, so keep moving up. Oh, hello Mongols, there they all are. That's Khan Mengelai and Kanza Aboke, right.
I only answer to my master.
Yeah, I know you do, and this is what they're bringing against as well. We've got Mongolian foot archers, Mongolian heavy lancers, heavy archers, infantry, and that's about it really. Either way, they're bringing a lot, and they're all archers, and they all look like they're probably going to be very good at killing me. See if you can get me some more intel on Can Menglai, please.
From the shadows.
Well done. So we know that this guy is the current Khan of Mongolia. He is the leader, he has got his authority, and he also wears ornamental armor, which makes him quite weak actually, but makes him more authorized, so yeah. Either way, monitor their movements. If I see Mongolians coming my way, we need to be in our action stations. Right. Other things to worry about. Lots of things to worry about, actually. First is first, let's continue our pathwards on our attack. So, Humphrey will dismount in 2 turns. Giles will arrive in 2 turns. Metz, can you get your retraining wrapped up this turn? And you know what, add in an extra unit of mailed knights. And then we're going to make our move on Dijon next turn. Got my guy, I've got Edgar, he's making his way back, but we're going by way of bloody Holy Roman territory, so that means they're probably going to attack us. So, I don't want to be spending all the money on recruitment, but it's going to have to happen, because I'm going to just keep building up in Staufen, just in case we deal with an attack there. And I think that brings us pretty much to the end of another turn already, so soon, but don't fear, this turn will last a little longer, for it is turn 70, and we're going to do with a little bit of progress reviewing. But first things first, can we just have a little look and maybe see if we can swipe some pennies off Al-Aziz Labib?
Seizing enemy assets on your orders, sire.
On my orders! Even though we've got a 5% chance to fuck it up, which means we have a 500% chance to fuck it up. So, yeah. I eagerly await to see you bugger it up. Like, because I know you will. Hardcore. With no parkour involved.
Tomorrow's journey awaits, sire.
Job well done. We've acquired his goods and you've bankrupted him. Which means we actually get a little bit more money as well, which is always pretty cool. So, head back and begin training your sugar as you are getting better and better and better now with your legal nous and market control. You know what? I'm actually going to use that money to invest in further merchants, for we do need to get more merchants going in the area. So we're going to get another merchant going in the area. And we're going to recruit an additional unit of archer militia, because I do feel... Actually, no, don't do archer militia here. Anything we can recruit in Gaza. Mainly things with spears, or Billman will do, either way. Oh, actually, we've got retraining to do in Gaza, so yeah, start retraining. So either way, I am wary of the Mongols. If they're heading south, they could start heading towards me, because everything in this universe is poised to, well, attack me. But before we go any further, my friend... Oh, God, the fucking rebels, right, we've got to deal with those. Also, incoming French attacks. So Angers needs more troops, right. Send a couple of mailed knights down, and that'll do me just fine. I actually might be able to use them to deal with Captain Alexander, except he's got 4 units.
You are not my liege!
I don't know. I've also got pirates. Admiral Perkin.
That's right, fool. It's an enemy ship.
It's an enemy ship, right, whatever. Right, get your lads down to Angers. What do we know about Captain Mathieu?
Come and fight me, you coward!
2 units, so that my knights will probably trample to death. Rans, can you send some spears over? Probably not going to make it within a turn, so I'm not going to risk it. Who's doing something where I can just basically take that job off them? Where was I doing some recruitment? I was recruiting an additional unit of mailed knights here, so right, we'll live without that unit of mailed knights. Angers, can you just recruit a couple of extra levy spears, please? Thank you very much. Right. Now we're going to move on to the next turn. I'm just kidding, we've got a progress review. Right. 70 turns in. The year is now 1218. Over 100 years have passed since this campaign began. In fact, 138 years have passed since this campaign began. We're now in the age of 1218. The Mongols are here and doing their crap thing, which, yeah, might be an issue, but we'll worry about it later. For now, what do we know? Well, King Rufus, the fucking immortal crusader, still has his ass on the throne and remains greatest general, of which we have now 14 generals in our control, who now rule between them 21 regions, which is really... We're actually very close to halfway towards our territorial requirement for victory now. Basically, the halfway point is 22.5, so we'll say 23 plus halfway. So basically, if our gambit against the Danish works, we'll be halfway to victory minus Jerusalem. And regions, city. So how we partage that? We are 13 cities to 8 castles, even though our economy is still crap. 63 battles to 4 defeats. That's pretty damn good. And yeah, we're just doing really good on this area. I mean, the map's looking pretty English. We've got you know, we control northern France, bits of the Imperial lands, bits of Scandinavia, and a nice little up-and-coming Crusader kingdom in the Middle East, which will soon add Jerusalem to its holdings if we play our cards right. In terms of diplomacy, our allies are now none because I broke ties with the Venetians over their excommunication. Was it the right thing to do? Was it the wrong thing to do? Only time will tell. Tuburn, by the way, can you keep watching Jerusalem?
As you will.
I want to move in on it soon, even though I know the Sultan's nearby, but the town's looking quite takeable as it stands, so we're going to start mobilising once some retraining's done. So yeah, things are looking quite good for us in that angle. Papal relations, well, I've been banging on about it all episode, and what I can say is they could be better. We're not liked by this Pope. He, in my opinion, he's a complete and total dishwasher disaster. But my bigger and better sway in the College of Cardinals now may give me pretty much the chance to be a kingmaker or a pope maker, which means, well, even a preferati. But it basically means he's not being pope, he's not being pope, he will be pope. Provided I can curry additional favour with the Sicilians. But yeah, we need to be wary of the pope right now. He doesn't like us a lot, and he keeps favouring other people over us. Things to look at. Family tree, it's still growing. People are just blasting out the kids. Not really any notable deaths, sir, because, well, deaths just don't seem to happen. Faction rankings, as you can see, we're still on the up and away. In terms of all factions, well, yep, here we go. By the way, here's Mongolia. They didn't exist for ages, and then they've gone boom, they've got up. Faction, yeah, all factions, living factions, top 5 factions. So we still lead by quite a hefty gap. The Imperials currently sit in 2nd place. The Spanish now have 3rd. The Sicilians have 5th, and the Polish have 4th. So at least I'm still top dog. Here's our list. Here are our people. Walter Bridgman, he is currently on his way to Aarhus. King Rufus, he's governing Dongola because Dongola just won't stop being crap. John governs Bruges because I've got nothing for him to do.
My king.
Even though he probably needs something to do because he's feeling unappreciated and he's probably going to start getting disloyal if I don't do anything about that. Admiral Humphrey is currently transporting some troops. Prince Edmund governs Carnarvon because that's basically where I've left him forever. Augustine of Guildford, he governs Paris right now, awaiting further orders, which may come his way pretty soon, you never know. Arthur Bridgman governs York, he's waiting for something to do. Giles, moving on Hamburg. Davy Kerfers, in Metz, waiting to strike at Dijon. Franz, sitting comfortably on his conquests to Oslo. We may start moving on Stockholm pretty soon. We do need to have a spy in the area, but unfortunately we won't be recruiting one because we can't get spies in castles, I think. Admiral Simon, docked up in Alexandria, keeping an eye out for Egyptian naughtiness in the area. Edgar Baker, actually, I might be able to get rid of Admiral Simon soon anyway. Edgar Baker, he currently is moving away from Nuremberg and all that because the Imperials are trying to chase him down. Chris
king.
Chapman, garrisoned in Gaza, awaiting my order to move on Jerusalem. Ari Spill, currently governing Rams, where he will stay for a while. Thomas governs London, pretty much a permanent fixture there.
Hail,
Toby
my
of
king.
Westbury, once more permanent fixture in Edinburgh right now. So, yeah, they've all got things to do. Settlements, they're all looking good, really. They're all bringing in money. I just wish we had more money sitting around in that treasury. Agents, I've got my cardinals all over the place. I've got John Bouchier looking for something to do. He's currently in Bern, spying on the French for me. And I'm going to have him move on to Dijon now, even though he's got a 75% chance. But Dijon is probably going to be my next target, so I would rather get some eyes on that area. I know while Bern is going to deprive the French of some military, and I really could choose having it, Dijon has been a target I've wanted for a long time. Alright, so we've infiltrated the city successfully. And what we know is there are mailed knights, armoured sergeants, crossbow militia, 2 ballistas. We should be able to take that town without too much hassle then. Other agents, let's see where they're all chilling out. We've got Samuel Winder, he's on his way to chat with the Milanese.
Yes, Your Highness.
I'm not really too bothered about where my priests are right now.
Sire.
Anthony Hardeen is currently watching the Mongols for us. Richard Maitland
your
is
service.
slave trading in
At your
Dongola, making
service.
385. I've got
At your
Josias making
service.
money from spices. Aston
your
Stratford
service.
is on his way to resume trading after taking out a rival Egyptian merchant. And I've got the world's worst
Who do
assassin
you
currently
want
just
dead?
chilling out in Jerusalem, just waiting for my order to do something
You
more
have a
useful.
target in mind.
Because,
my
yeah, he
king.
can't even kill an imam anymore, so I'm a little sick of him. But that is where I call it an episode for now, my friends. For we have achieved a lot, and we will achieve even more upon our next visit to these lands. So, next time, we will enter the 71st turn. We will move against some rebels. We will move against the Danish. And we'll plan to move against the French. For I think we need to get that catapult set up in Angers in order to make our sieges quick and effective. Especially when it's only 400 florins. That's a steal. Kind of wish there was some construction I could halt in order to make that happen. But for now, I'd rather bide my time. Unless we get rid of that merchant. Yeah, get rid of that merchant, sorry. I know I want the merchant, but bring me that catapult. I require it. Either way, I'll see you on the next episode, my friends. For with that catapult, we'll be busting down those enemy walls before the Pope can even say, stop fucking about that faction, matey-o.